Hi, this is Burlington Daily Houses, and my name is Darlene Darrow from Home Sale Divas Century 21 Dreams, and I'm your host. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, and we have about 12 new listings in Burlington, but I'm going to review only a few on our video, and the link will be provided on the site, Burlington Daily Houses. So hopefully you're keeping track of these. Some of them are holding back offers, and again, that is often in the brokerage remark area. So if you are interested in any of these properties or others, definitely call me at 905-484-4653 or text me, or you can also email me at darlene@homesaledivas.com. So there's a lot of information on listings that can really only be seen by agents that are under what we call the brokerage remarks, and often it is holding back offers. So there has been cases where people have contacted me later and that offer presentation date is already long past and the property is sold. So it's really important when you start to see these things to be contacting or getting in touch so that we can find out what the really the criteria and the process is if you are interested in a property as well as going to view it. So hopefully the videos are helping. We're going to continue with our Let's Talk, I can't even speak today, Let's Talk series, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get to it. The last couple of days have been extremely busy. We're heading into summer. Kids in high school are starting exams this week and into next week, so you can really feel that people are starting to get ready for vacation. Is it still a good time to list? Absolutely. As I mentioned on one of the sites recently, last summer was actually, for me, the busiest season that I had in 2015. 2016 has been crazy busy for me, but having said that, I think that there's definitely some elements that will slow down, but will, buying and selling stop? No, and especially with the foreign investments that we're seeing from people outside of the country. So take care, definitely get in touch, enjoy the weather, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have about 12 new listings hitting the Burlington area. I'm only going to showcase 4. I'm starting at a price at $739, but by no means does that mean that our complete list is starting at that price. I'm just highlighting a few to give you sort of an idea, and then I'm running off to appointments. Okay, so this one, 5349 Salem Road, I thought looked quite nice. Not crazy about the pictures because they're so tiny. But having said that, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath in the Pinedale area. I like the outside curb appeal. Now, one thing about a house like this, it does have a single-car garage, which is not that unusual for especially homes in the south of either Oakville or Burlington. But depending on the size of the driveway, you can still accommodate quite a few cars. So I often will say don't really get too hung up with the fact it's a single-car garage because it's pretty typical of older homes. I like this backyard. I mean, kids would love this play structure. If you don't have kids and you wanted them to take it, you could put that in the offer. I do like the deck, the way they've done the outside. So I think that they've done a very, very nice job at this house, including exterior and interior. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to actually showcase it. So they've actually done a very interesting job. They have stoned the front hallway, which really is defining the foyer. They've redone the banister. Typically, these sort of side splits or smaller homes have very limited amount of railing, so it's really nice to do something sort of special with them. They've opened up the first floor from the kitchen into the dining room eating area, which again, they've done a very nice job. And this is interesting. It looks like they put possibly an electric fireplace in there as well to give so that's really an unusual feature on an island. So again, they've, taken some care in what they've done in the design. They put hardwood, it looks like dark hardwood in as well, and they've made it consistent throughout the flooring. Now, normally if this was vacant or less evidence of people living in it, I would say that it was almost a home that had been renovated to flip it because they had done such a nice job. But from what is appearing in the house, it does appear that they actually live there. Done a nice job with a very small bathroom, and again, they've stoned quite a bit of the walls, so they haven't skimped out on that part. The next 2 properties we have are actually in Millcroft. One is 2098 Turnberry Road. It's a 3-car garage. So we've actually got the opposite from what I was just saying. It's 1268800, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Millcroft is a very popular area. They've done a nice job with the curb appeal and very interesting ceilings here. There's a lot of homes in Millcroft that are very, very nice. Some are starting to look a little bit dated, but this one has actually been updated quite nicely. they've still done an interesting job with the property. So that's really what is now starting to command some of the prices going up. So again, that vaulted ceiling for a home that really wasn't that big. This is under 2,000 square feet, but it does give that airy feeling. So again, and you see the updated lighting as well, the windows, everything about this is very, very pretty. So that really is starting to show with some of the pricing that we're seeing in the Millcroft area. It's what's considered a very exclusive neighborhood. And the backyard they've also done. So everything about this home is turnkey. Beautiful pool, beautiful cabana. Really, you're just walking in and pretty well doing nothing. They've got nice mature trees, and you're right on the course and ravines. Okay. All right, so our next one is actually Millcroft as well. So this is 4229 Green Eagle Court. It's listed just under $4 million. It is a very popular area. This one's a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath. They've done a dramatic change with the staircase. Now, this is actually an interesting way of updating a railing and a staircase without really breaking the bank. It looks like they've actually painted the entire thing and then done black accents and then a black runner. It's definitely a lot cheaper than redoing the staircase. So again, it's got more of an ornate look to it, not ultra modern. Again, it's sort of the time period of when these homes were built. You've got a 2-story area, not bad size bedrooms, although in this case you've got furniture on a bit of a different angle. They've updated the bathroom as well, so they're definitely, for the time period of when these were built, they typically didn't have a bathroom that would look like that, so you definitely know some upgrading has happened. The basement looks like it's fully finished and living in, and then the backyard as well has a big pool and a very large property. Look at the size. This is when actually an aerial shot is definitely helpful. Okay, now our next one is in the Roseland. So now we're getting into the south area. Now this is when you're getting into a more custom built home. This is just under 18225 Lakeside Avenue. So this is where we start to talk about the price difference of actually going fully custom versus almost a subdivision house. And why sometimes, if your budget can afford it, it makes sense to pay a little bit more, but actually get into a custom property, and which not always, but sometimes also is a larger property, depending, especially going into the south. So this is quite a nice property. They've streamlined it more than the other ones. So definitely a newer build. And there's your upstairs, very large master. So they've left a lot of space and a big size master ensuite. They're doing what's typical of having really completely separate units and standalone. Hardwood flooring throughout. And there's your lower level where they actually have a full kitchen area as well. And then your laundry. Okay, and there's your backyard. Actually, this one doesn't have an absolutely massive, although no, actually that's pretty big. It's not deep, but it's actually quite long. So that's the difference, and I have those conversations with a lot of people where you're paying a certain amount of money, and at a certain point it makes no sense to still be paying that to be in a subdivision, in my opinion. But again, it depends where you want to actually buy. So if I can help at all, email me at Darlene@HomeSaleDivas or call or text 905-484-4653. I'd be happy to help. I work with a lot of relocation clients who are coming into Burlington and into Oakville. And surrounding areas. There's a lot of movement across the country, international, as well as from Toronto and Mississauga as well into these communities. So I've tapped into a lot of these buyers. So if you're interested in listing, definitely get in touch. So take care, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.